Tinokuchingamidza zvakare mhuri yeZimbabwe tiri kuno kunzvimbo yeNyazura 188 kilometer peg pamugwagwa mukuru unobva kuHarare wakananga kuForbes border. Today we are at Mavis Mupingo's homestead in Nyazura, where we want to talk to Mavis Mupingo about her journey as a farmer, because we have told the place and she does wonderful works. We also want you to get to know her and get to understand the work that she's doing, and know her on a personal level. Mavis Mupingo, tinokuchingamidza kuchirongwa.
Tinotenda.
Mama,
tinokugamuchirai.
Aiwa, matigamuchira zvakanaka. Mama, starting off this episode, can you kindly tell our viewers who is Mavis Mupingo?
Mavis Mupingo is retired nurse and now practicing farmer, and she's a grandmother of 2. She's a mother of 1, and she's a widow, and someone who's just passionate about life. And I just love sharing knowledge. I just love, meeting people, and that's my Mpingo.
Yeah, I thank you so much for that introduction, and I want to thank you for opening your doors to us. A few farmers get to do this, maybe because there is nothing to show.
Oh, okay.
But I'm proud that to say here it's a different case. We have gone through the place, and viewers, please stay tuned for more episodes of Mavis Mupingo. There is a lot that's happening here. But tichiendera mberi zvedu nechirongwa, this land yamuinayo iyi makamboiacquire rini? Mamatosiya basa kana muchiri kubasa?
This land we acquired in 2001. Pakaitwa land reform. So we acquired this land. It was acquired by my husband, my late husband. So it's about 124 hectares. And basically, it's on the border of region 2B and 3. So mvura yacho ndeye kungotsanzira tsanzira. So and the soils are ideal for things like tobacco, ananzungu, and potatoes. And then because of the climate change, of late we discovered that the maize dzimenguva chero ukaidyara haisi kunyatsosvika because mvura yacho iri kukurumidza dzimenguva kupera. Inozokurumidza na February dzimenguva mvura ikaenda haichatodzoki. So I decided that let me do something that can be user friendly weather conditions idzodzo. So I decided to do fruit trees, and I think it's been almost close to a 5-year journey, and some of the fruit trees I'm into their 6th year. So we are trying to do a fruit in every season, knowing kuti dzimwe nguva if you put your eggs in one basket dzimwe nguva hazvinyatsobuda. Pane imwe nguva yekuti mamwe mafruits anoita mamwe haaite gore iroro, mamwe anoita kwanaya mvura stereki, mamwe anoita stereki pakunenge kuine drought. And we discovered that with the little trees that were fruiting, some of the fruit trees dziri kuno were ideal, like the peaches, the plums, the apricots, the mangoes, and the citrus. They are doing very well. And now we are embarking on to banana, pineapple, and I think you have seen even the grapes. They are doing very well. So that's basically what happened on the farm, and we are mixing that with animals. We do rabbits, we do ducks, and layers, occasionally broilers, and then pigs. Pigs are our mainstay.
Saka, at what point did you then say, indakuda kunotanga zvekufarming? Mama papi nekuzosiya basa renursing, mungachitsanangura kuti what really had happened, Papa?
I had been diagnosed neinonzi osteoarthritis yemusana. So it was so bad kuti dzimwe nguva waiti ukandibata you'd continuously go on off sick. So I said kana kuramba uchitaura kubasa kuti ndiri kurwara. I asked my doctor, ndikati doctor hazvinoita here kuti mundiretire on medical grounds, and that's how it happened. And I had to set up a piggery project so that I had something to fall back on when I had retired. And I'm glad to say it worked so well. By the time I retired, the pigs were selling, and I remember those first 2-3 years, they sustained the family.
And I think from previous talk that I'm waiting, your husband was still alive then. The conversation yekuti I always ask farmers atinotaura vamwe vacho anenge ari madzimai ndo anenge aida zvekurima. In some cases varume ndo vari kuda zvekurima, but it's not always the case yekuti both people they are interested in farming. So there's always one anoti hai but imimi with your husband vakasitora sei kuti mimi had decided to go full time into farming, and was he also prepared to come and stay with you this side kuti tototi vakusiyawo basa maybe vakuuya makuita zvefarming muri pamwe chete? How did that process go?
Actually, it's so surprising how I even turned out to be a farmer. Because I grew up in Murukeshen, Chavala and Buluwe there. I was, the man of Murukeshen. And the transformation to be a farmer, it was a deliberate, move. When we went to Wedza, when my husband was DA Wedza, we bought our second car from a white man. And when we went to collect, my husband was driving the B16 yekubasa. So he said, let's go to Yogozo drive a motor at Tenga. And then when we were collecting the car, there were several cars parked outside. And then I asked the white guy, what are the Zaids? He was saying, in the off-road, in the holiday, in the Monong. I said, where do you get the money? And he says, I am a farmer. Can farming give you so much money? Then there was a lady in my matongo, the matongo buses. Mukadzi wa Didimas. Ari somewhere paduse nepa toll gate up. She used to do cabbages. And mwakani mabaza ane magonyeti. Ndaenda ndanomuvhakachira pa weekend. She's not at home. Muri kupi ndiri kumunda, and we drove there. Ndikaona vari busy, vari mutrailer, vari kukachidzana makabeji nevashandi. And I said, is this where the money is coming from? And that ignited a fire in me. I said, if a person ane mari ari kuita hambo yeself kuya uzogara mumunda achitakurana nemakabeji achibatana nemadhaka, koinini where am I? And that white guy pandakaona mota ndikati, so people can be that rich ari mumunda. So that's what actually ignited my fire. And then I think maybe the if you are not comfortable where you are, at times it's time for you to change. Like the illness, I was really uncomfortable. And working relations, my superiors, they just gone bad. So I said I'm retiring. And my husband is the one angakurira uruzeva. Mwana SSR beach, strong rural background. So kuti achinyatsofunga kuti nini ndakuenda kumunda. And he thought this one was a town girl. I couldn't consume it. And he went for 2 weeks asingatauri neni. How can you retire? And we had bought our first house, Milton Park. He says, wakutoda undisira imbeyo ndichasungwa. You are trying to go kumunda kunodi. To him, it didn't make sense. And he just thought I was crazy. So I just said, ndakatora chikwereti kubank. And the bank wacho nari kuda kuti ndibhadhare chikwereti. So the only way I can pay back the loan is for me to go and work so that those pigs produce money, ndibhadhare back. So he didn't understand it. And he was a career civil servant. He didn't, he started off, administrative officer, senior administrative officer, a district administrator, a provincial administrator, kusvika kuva permanent secretary. And to him, kusaenda kubasa aitoona kunge it's something else, because his own understanding of a person is someone anenda kubasa ndi anoita zvinhu zvinoita make sense. So it was a hard shock for him, but I just said, let me not speak, let me go and do the speaking ndiri pamunda. And every weekend he would come achitowana nditoita zvinhu zvangu, saka watojairira. So he was so worried, but I'm glad I took that decision, because if I hadn't, I don't think even after losing him, I would be where I am now.
Mupingo, mataura zveloan. Can you tell us more about that? You acquired loan. How, where, and why did you acquire that loan? Was it meant for developments here and mamatova nedzimba dzose here nguva iyoyo pamakazotora loan kuti makatombotangawo mune dzimba dzemauswa dziya dziya
panapa no panapa we actually got land when he was DA Wedza kumarondera kunonzi kumazikana kudhuze nekuwenimbi dam so we got 45 hectares there and we quickly built a house. It was a 5-roomed house yanga ine 3 bedrooms then dining car lounge nekaroom panze kaigara mukomana and then when he shifted akuitwa PA kuManicaland he says inini kumashi east akusi kumusha kwangu I'm more comfortable in Manicaland so he released that land so the person akapatora vaangotaurirana naye akabva aita willing kuti abhadhare the house that we had built so with whatever he gave us that's what we used to buy building material nekuvaka this house so takazongopedzisa idumbichana neimwe cash but at least that is the money that we used to set up this place.
And the loan that you spoke about?
The loan initially I got the loan from Agribank. Anga arima 20 million. And the first 20 million
so
I got
you are a millionaire.
Oh yes, I am. I am a millionaire because of the assets I've built. Yes, I am. And not kuti ndiri kutaura kuti ndiri kutsvinya but I'm saying no, I'm not bragging. But I'm saying the millions are in what I've built over the years. And I'm happy to say if I hadn't chosen the path yekuya kufarm, maybe I wouldn't have even risked kuregera basa. Maybe I wouldn't even be having those, resources that I have as of now. So I've built that over the years because of the decision that I made. It was the biggest risk that I took, and all the other risks were now like child's play. I would just do this. And for your own information, that chikwere ndakatombotadza kuzobhadhara later on because I took some of the chikwere afa. I mean, akuda kunofa akurwarisa stroke, and then when we were going up and down kuna South Africa and everything, the project yakanga yakufa kunoku and we failed to pay. And then when he passed on, I had some problems where vanhu vanga vakutora land yatati nayo. They would just
this farm?
No, my stands and
okay.
They would just start building zvavo. And then ndakutoshaya kuti ndoita sei. So I went to the bank. Ndikati yes, I know kuti ndine chikwere but ndokumbirawo imwe mari kuti ndikwanise kuita pay off those stands so that at least those people vari kuramba vachinetsa vachiita lodge aingouya maland baron achingoisa vanhu they might not come. Zvikanzi nabank manager it's okay, so they gave me some more money. So somewhere along the line now we're repaying the debts ekurwara kwake, all the other things zekurana, the estate duties I was actually on the verge. And I think it took me about 3 years before I even settled the chikwere, and the bank was starting to go for my house now. And that time I had only one house, the Milton Park house, and they were now on the verge of selling it. And when they said that, I now went on the offensive. And when they said that, lucky enough, I'd said to myself, instead of me paying Shoma, and I remember that time I was renting out my GP, my Isuzu here and there, I would rent it out. And lucky enough, Mr. Dondo, the late Impala Current House, he went on almost 3 years higher of my GP. So that also softened, my financial situation. But still, I had that loan. And I think it went up to about 260,000 ne interest. Yakaricha kune inonzi induplam.
260,000
US dollar.
Chikwere.
And ikabva yaricha inonzi induplam yekuti chikwere chinenge chaenzana nenenge chaenzana neinterest. Saka inonzi induplam rule. So when the chikwere accrues to the stage amount yechikwere inonzi induplam achibvumirwe kuramba chichikwidzwa. So chinenge stagnant. Hachichati ndiye hachichakwiri pamusoro. So zvikanzi Mai Mupingo, go and see our lawyers. So I remember going to see their lawyers. Ndikambotaura ndikamboedza kuti ndibhadhare, but you know what I was paying was about $1,000. It was just going towards the interest. Pasina kana chino. And then I just got this Chinese guy who bought my land, one of my pieces of land, and he gave me cash. So I said, I don't even want the cash, just go and pay it straight to bank. So he just transferred straight to bank, and that's how I got back my title deeds. So since then, lucky enough, by the time Yandandawana mass title deeds, in the process, Nanyazoziauti, this thing was going to come, bank. So in the process of 2 years, Zandafirwa, I think I built about 4 houses. So I told myself that if they were saying they wanted to sell a house, I would actually give them an option to sell what I think is of lesser value. So I was in a position I was prepared to send off one, one or two, preserve that one, because that is gold. It's Milton Park. It's in the heart of the city.
Yeah.
It's in the heart of the city, and it's almost CBD. So that was my golden egg that was my hen that was laying the golden egg. So I couldn't part with that one. So at least it settled. But those are some of the anxious moments. Takatombotadza kubhadhara chikwereti. Zvikatooma ndikatosara ndiri karusvava. So, and you are on your own, your kids are just working home, manual jobs. Chero vakaita madegree hakuna mabasa akanaka avari kuita. You are the sole provider, and you are also dealing with teenagers. I mean, vasati vabuda teenager, and they are also mourning their father, the grief process. And my son was now, into doro, and achibenga kwenda kubasa, achitiza, achita touting chai, papa renyatwa.
Serious?
And I went through that. So it's a journey that I've gone through, and I'm glad to say I went through it. It strengthened my resolve to live, and it also strengthened my faith. And I'm proud to say I can teach other women on how to survive. Both kune zvikwereti, both kune vana vanonetsa. It's unfortunate I lost my son, but at least I was happy by the time he passed on. It was easy for me to kuzvigamuchira, because dai anga akafa mazuva anga achinyanya kunetsa, I think my name siri kundinyaradza. So I thank God for the mercy yawe akaita kuti he turned him around before he passed on.
So my Mupingo, that's sad, yeah. But you decided to give up your life kutown kumagates. It's good kuti mazuva anaya magetsi ango kwese kwese, but that town life and all your properties kuti ndauda kuzogara kuno kundiite farmer. Do you at times regret that decision?
Never. I would do it again and again and again. I think there is something that people need to know. Kuti dzimenguwa wakaita chinhu chitumwa. If someone had sent me kutenda kufarm achindifoseredza, I wouldn't have maybe I wouldn't be as passionate as I am. But this one was my personal independent decision. And to come to think of it, my mother every holiday vaindiendesa kwambuya. Mbuya vangu vaigara nemasisters avo kuchekutu. Every April and every August taenda kumunda. Taenda kumusha, and we would go and do picking cotton, all the funny stuff. We did the garden and the like, and I didn't even like. If I'm going to get married, I'm not going to be a teacher, because every holiday and I'm not going to marry muruma anotaura zvefarming. And then kumusha kwedu isu taenda every December. So would come for Christmas kumusha kwedu, and still nenge mchenda pabadza. And I was a sickling of the three. My sister was very strong. My kid brother Milton was very strong, and I'm the sickly of the family. So one time it's either I'm suffering from this or that ever since I was 8 years old. So ndandiri mwana wekuti aitongorwara all the time. My headaches angu, I think manje ndopakutopera. I had terrible migraines since I was 8 years old. So all that, it culminated into strengthening my inner resolve to say, I'm not going to let my illness determine my the altitude that I'm going to move in life. And probably it's the illness which made me, stronger. I'm saying it to the audience so that they know kuti it has not always been that rosy.
Yeah.
And the decisions you make in life have an impact on how you are going to spend the rest of your life, good or bad. So I'm just urging people to say, be positive in any situation. Because if I had delved in my situations which were around me, which I've lost a husband, I've lost a son, you wouldn't be here.
Yeah,
you wouldn't have even heard about me. So you are hearing about me because I decided to say, I'm going to make a positive change on myself and on my situation.
Thank you so much, Mavis Mupingo, for opening up on about that chapter of your life. Yeah, it's not easy going through stuff like this, but us moving forward, I want you, not in greater detail because we'll go into details with specific things that you are doing at the farm. I want you to tell us in short, in brief, the project that you are doing at this farm. What sort of projects are you into?
We are doing a lot. I sure, and a lot of people think it's too much, but God doesn't give you zvausingagoni. And I'm happy to say, women folk, we are blessed multitasking. So you find that if you send them any grocery list, and list but with women, some of them, especially if you have clarity of mind, usina any interference in your brain, usina anything in your heart, you find you can, scale these heights. We are doing pigs, we are doing layers, rabbits, ducks, we're doing market gardening, majoring in cove and onion. And then we are also doing fruit trees. I think for now, if we receive these bananas, we are expecting some of them tomorrow. Maybe we'll be reaching more than 4,000 fruit trees. And we are also doing value addition. Some of them drying, grinding them, and some of them just, selling as fresh. And we were given road access yekutara, and we were pegged by Ministry of Lands. They pegged 0.9 of a hectare for us to build a greengrocer, butchery, and a bottle store. And I am sure you saw the foundation of the greengrocer and the butchery. So when we are done, we are planning to sell our products direct to the public.
Yes, I wanted to then ask about the construction that is happening near the highway, but you've now touched on that. But there you have it, viewers. This was the first episode where we sat down with Mavis Mupingo, who is a farmer in Nyazura. So stay tuned. We are going to give you other episodes where we dig deeper into piggery, where we dig deeper into poultry, where we dig deeper into the orchard and many other things that she's doing.
I'm also into construction.
You're also into construction, so you are the one you're constructing that one by yourself.
I'm also into construction. I also buy and sell properties, and I also own 2 schools.
Oh, there is a school. There is a school. We also go to the school and tour the school.
Yes.
And yes, tour how she started that school. Saka ma properties mune mcho wanonga siye muri kuno kumai.
Hantozi atino anonga ano. I think maybe the best thing that you can do is to have systems in place. At times I don't need to be there. Even Panopa Farm, if I'm not there for a week, it will function. Because each and every person knows what they are supposed to do. So we have put and created systems where I can even follow up Cherondi City on the ground. I know this is 2:30. I know what people should be doing at 2:30.
There you have it, folks. Until next time, I thank you so much for supporting your favorite show, Mana Wefu.